Alrighty then, back once again for another reaction. I know it's been a very long time since any of you've seen me, but hey, what can I say? I mentioned in my State of Channel video that 2023 was a shit year, and oh my gosh, it looks like 2024 wasn't any better. Imagine that. Is this just the way our world's headed now? I don't know, but yeah, it started with my cousin getting in her car accident, which I told Patron back in March or April, I don't know, but I was basically thrown for a loop with that, and we were helping with the physical recovery and everything. And, you know, depression is a bitch. It just comes back with a vengeance. Yeah, unproductivity, just mental health struggles, all sorts. But look at me. Look at me. I'm doing all right. I'm ready to come back. I'm all fresh. I've lost a bit more weight. I'm like almost clean shaven. This is clean shaven for me. You know how bearded I can get. You know, I look good and at it. So I figured that before October was up, I would start getting back on the recording train, almost like a zombie rising up out of my grave in the spirit of Halloween. I will be using this intro twice. I'm using it for this video because it's a special video for a friend, but I will also be cutting this into the beginning of my next Once Upon a Time reaction, which will also be recorded soon. Because I'm terrible at wording myself, and I figure if I do it once, I'm gonna copy-paste it, so. Anyways, for this video, I'm gonna be watching the Teen Titans vs. Teen Titans Go movie, which you knew by the title, but I like to announce it to give a feeling of officiality. Now, my relationship with Teen Titans Go is interesting because I know the internet likes to dogpile it a lot. Like, a lot. Because they compare it to the original Teen Titans, which I love very much, and I understand why people got all up in arms and stuff, but the thing is, like, you gotta learn to separate people. Like, am I going to hate the Muppets because they have a Muppet Babies? Am I going to, I don't know, anything that has a spin-off that's a bit more, bit tone removed from the original? Like, it doesn't ruin anything, really, does it? Like, that's what I don't understand. People are like, it tarnishes Teen Titans' legacies. Like, it's a cartoon. Grow the fuck up, please. I'm sorry, but like, it's like judging Generation 4 of My Little Pony based on the Equestria Girls movies, if you're not into those. I love Equestria Girls, so but it's like, it's not meant to be a replacement for The Thing. It's a silly offshoot of The Thing. It's jokes. It's like when manga and anime series get omakes and official doujins and stuff like that, where it's just being silly. You need to lighten up and just like enjoy the stupid take on the characters, because that's what it's meant to be doing. It's meant to be absurd. It's meant to be like, oh my god, if they turn you into that, that's hilarious. Like, it's not meant to insult anyone. It's not meant to make you mad. So the fact that you get mad is hilarious to me. So what I'm trying to get around to is, I saw Teen Titans Go to the movies, which was probably the film released before this one. And I had a great time. I think I remember reviewing it on Twitter as much of a review you can fit into a couple of tweets, but I was basically saying, like, wow, for all the hate people give Teen Titans Go, when it's fun, it's fun. And for me, that's all that's needed. Sincerely. Like, I was like, hang on, I'm actually having a really good time watching this. Like, I've spent my whole I spent my whole teen years being put off by the discourse around certain shows. Oh, everyone was hating on Steven Universe because it was associated with Tumblr, and everyone had beef with Tumblr, and everyone was like, oh, that Tumblr show, Steven Universe, it's so cringe, never get into that. And so, me being a follower, I was like, oh, okay, oh, if that's what everyone's saying about it, I don't want to get involved with it. And I didn't get involved with Steven until season 5 was well underway. And you know, I heard all the thing of, oh, Undertale fanbase, so cringe. I didn't get into Undertale until 2 years after it came out. Oh, Rick and Morty, wubba lubba dub dub, cringe series. Got into that around season 3. Like, I'm late on the train to a load of things because I believe what everyone says in these negative bubbles. And, yeah, I'm sick of missing out on things. And so, you know, after a while of being told that Teen Titans Go was just cancerous and not worth watching, and, you know, it was an insult and all that, I ended up watching a couple of episodes on TV randomly, and I was like, is this the same show people are complaining about? I completely see what they're going for here, and I'm not opposed to it. And this is from someone who adores the original Teen Titans, so hey, maybe you've come to this video expecting a hate review and you're going to leave me hate comments, but please feed my algorithm. I've not uploaded in like 10 months. I need the algorithm. Flame me. Go ahead. Oh, my goodness. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to this, is what I'm going to say. Not dreading this. I'm looking forward to this. So, let's get started. Well, as I've said several times during the reaction, even as someone who gave Teen Titans Go a chance from the start and quite liked it, this movie was a pleasant surprise in many ways. From the music and soundtrack to the way the plot played out, even the pacing of it felt right. A lot of the humor hit for me, which is a big reason why I don't hate Teen Titans Go like a lot of other people do. Like, I'm quite a simple man, and this simple humor is right up my street. I found this to be nothing but a damn good time, and I would rewatch it. And I mean that with full sincerity. Like, in terms of cartoon movies, I consider this at least an A tier. In terms of entertainment, in terms of I want to put on a cartoon film that'll entertain me, this is an A tier. I don't know what else to tell you. Like, it doesn't belong among the epic greats, of course, but that's not to say it isn't a damn good A tier cartoon film. I don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, I'm so glad I finally checked this out after having it on hand for so long, and it just feels like the right piece of fun to come back to get back into the swing of reacting to stuff. I didn't want to jump straight into Once Upon a Time in case I was too rusty. I thought, you know what, let's go for this fun film, and then if I'm not happy at all with this recording, I just won't post it. You know, I'll just show it to Atticus, who's the one who asked for it. But like, if it's not a good video, I won't do anything with it. But I think this went pretty well. I love it. I can't believe how much fun I had with this. I mean, I can, but it's like I can't believe how much fun I had. I enjoyed Teen Titans Go to the movies just fine when I watched it on my own, but it's nothing compared to the joy watching this gave me. I think it just brought together everything. It had all of the action and semi-seriousness of the original Teen Titans while also keeping the flavor and stylings and humor of the Go throughout. And then we also got the treat of the Raven storyline. And you know, the best plot lines always come around Raven and all of her inner darkness and demonic stuff. Like, that's just compelling no matter what. That's why that sort of stuff is a staple across fantasy media. It's just that darkness within that struggle, everything always, which is why I was able to relate it to other things I've seen. It's just simple. It's It's what we're used to. It's good stuff. I really appreciated how they were able to get creative with showing all of the different multiverse selves, as I showed in the video. I love when other shows do that, and they used it to full effect here, including some really good brick jokes, like Cyborg coming up with the designs for Cyborg and Beast Boy coming up with the designs for the animal Teen Titans, and then they actually showed up. You know, I love brick jokes like that. That's great. And all of the character dynamics that were happening, like the cyborgs eventually geeking out with each other, the Beast Bros, Starfire with the silly thumb war, that was great. Robin having contempt for his sillier self. And then the Ravens getting along so swimmingly and working together from the jump. That this took both flavors of characters with perfect understanding of each and blended them together in ways that made sense, and it was overall peak. I'm not very good at wording myself a lot of the time. But what I do try to get through in these reactions is how something makes me feel. And I think it should be pretty obvious that I feel this was done very, very well. It was better than it had any right to be on paper. And I think that even what was on paper was pretty good. Like, this movie is well conceptualized, I'll say. It's very well conceptualized, and they executed it pretty damn decently. Yeah, there was some padding here and there, but even that, they called it out. Like, so I can't even be mad at it. Like that Whirlagog thing, yeah, it's funny a little bit, but it was padding. They pointed it out. It was padding. It was filler, and you could tell it was filler. But as long as it's fun to watch, it's fine. And I found I could bob my head to it. Like, it was just a fun, and it didn't overstay its welcome. It wasn't like 2 minutes long, so that was another plus. But then the song that did last about 2 minutes, that awesome rap fusion, like, I know for some people it's going to be cringe right off the bat, but it just makes me think of the times that Pinkie Pie rapped in My Little Pony, and again, half the fan base thought that was cringe, but the other half thought it was awesome because it's just such a good throwback. It's just, and it's taking joy in the just total switch up. Like, sometimes just the effect a switch up as is the comedy in itself. It's like, this is outside of the norm. It's absurdist, and that is what provokes a humorous response, and it works a lot of the time. And it also helps if the song itself is catchy. And that was catchy. I was bouncing along and singing twice. You know, both times that it played. You just can't help but bobble it because it's fun. And as I said earlier in the reaction, the main thing I'm looking for in a cartoon film, or most entertainment I watch, like even Once Upon a Time, I enjoy it because it's fun. Like, it's... obviously, there's more things to enjoy about a series like Once Upon a Time. Obviously, I'm not boiling it down to anything, but you know what I mean. Like, if I'm not having fun watching something, then I'm not gonna want to watch it. I want to rewatch this film because it's fun. This is a pick-me-up film, and I think that's great. So yeah, overall opinion, I absolutely loved it. It's like 4 or 4.5 out of 5, and I would definitely watch it again. Well, that's all from me. I shall see you guys next time. Titans out.